Ellendorf Institute, which I found to be a very unpopular opinion, but that's just because I'm a Splatling player. Enough of that, though. We're going to go on to Splat Zones on Shipshape Cargo Company. Not common of Splat Zones maps out there. You know, I tend to think Tower more when I see this map, but I think it's definitely fair to have in the map pool. No real surprises coming out here, of course. You know, we've got Echo on that Stamper and B on the Splash. Loon's there on the Claws 96, which is the cooler weapon of choice. Then on the side of Caniac Central, we've got Kraken on that Brush. Again, Nerdy Adam coming out here with the 52 gal. Unfortunately going down to Wings there, who is immediately going to target Riding right after that. Neptune attempting to get set up here with his Crab Tank, going to force Wings a little bit out, and the combination of that and the Whale's Wings has to almost entirely give up that position here. Just taken out by the chip damage anyway, and that is huge. Nerdy Adam goes in and get the second one. That is a wipeout on the side of What's the Point. So Caniac Center are going to be able to surge forward. You can see how quickly Neptune and Kraken Mirror take control of all of the paint in that court area, and Nerdy Adam is looking on that upper corner, watching the pit and that snipe area that Wings really wants to get set up on.
Yeah, I know you talked about having neuron activation for heavy splatling. My neuron activation is Splash-O-Matic, and we got 2 of them in this game, baby. Let's go!
Hey, look, I had my time for weapons, you have yours, so you can see your Splash-O-Matic action. Neptune up there on another Crab. Loon is going to go and counteract that, though, very quickly with that Claws 96. Has that dart set up here, looking to get another pick on Kraken Mare, although has to back up because of the Splat Bomb. Meanwhile, Wings is on that zone, and B is helping Loon guard this upper left-hand corner from Neptune. A little bit of a splash ditto going on here as Wings going to bring out the Inkjet that they are so well known for that, and the bow. Their gameplay is impeccable. Looking to displace and gets a pick on Nerdy Adam at the very tail end. Such good aim. Meanwhile, speaking of specials, we've got B here on this Crab Tank in the court area, strafing around the side and catching Neptune out. Loon here getting both Kraken Mare and Nerdy Adam, and What's the Point surging back to take the lead.
Yeah, very strong pushback by What's the Point, and we're gonna see Neptune with that Crab Tank, seeing what they can do against that Booyah Bomb. It's gonna get stopped by the wall right there, unfortunately. Hitting the map terrain, but Neptune's gonna get taken out immediately. What's the Point? It's going down to the last few points remaining. What's the Point? There is no point, and What's the Point is going to take game 1 of the set.
No points left for them because that is a knockout. Great pushes from both teams, but it seemed like What's the Point found their footing. They were really unshakable from that zone. The combination of the range from Wings and that Inkjet, and then also Loon B and Echo just kind of cycling around and providing all of the picks and the paint support. This is the tail end of the double that we saw Loon get, and this is really where you can see like how much blue is on that zone and how far Echo is up in that alleyway or not Echo, I think there was another person, but Echo popped the Booyah Bomb there. Neptune had to focus on that with the Crab, and really from here on out, there was just no way that Caniac Center could get back in with both Nerdy Adam and... not Nerdy Adam. I'm confusing players left and right. With Kraken Mare on the Ink Brush going down.
It gets confusing after a little while. We've seen so many players. We've seen, what it says? Say
enough 8 matches.
Yeah, 8, 16. This is our... We've seen 24 different players so far already.
I feel bad because I know these people. Like, I should know their names, but
I mean, that happens. Sometimes
my brain
we talk
moves
so fast.
faster than my mouth, and
Yeah.
I go. My brain tries to focus on one player, my mouth talks about another, but we're moving right on into our second. Thank you to our streamer, by the way, for putting up the team rosters very helpfully so I can see who's who. And I, in fact, have them pulled up on my other monitor, and that doesn't help at all because I have the memory of a goldfish. Funnily enough, actually, goldfish have better memory than we think they do. Anyway, we're gonna get into our Scorch Clams match. Looks like we got a shot. We swapped to the V shot there from Neptune. And was that FroPro there before?
I think so.
I think so.
I think it was.
Yeah. Well, it's there now.
Yeah, it's there now.
That's what matters as we head into, you know, the neutral game that always befalls the first 20 or so seconds of any Clan Blitz match. The Cooler and the Zuka and the Whales all coming out. The Booyah coming out from on the side of What's the Point, and they lose 3 as you can see Neptune running forward, getting taken out by Wings, very self-sufficient anchor, getting the first clam in there, but doesn't look like we're going to have any backup as What's the Point is still very, very present around that basket, and B here also has the Crab Tank at the ready, likely going to try and get that set up on the top here once the missiles are all done.
Yeah, gonna have to wait for those missiles very deadly, but they're gonna get picked off right there by Nerdy Adam on that Frozen Pro. Very good job getting a pick as well on, I believe, Wings right there.
Yes.
Very great job by him to be able to get 2 down right there. And we're gonna see some more scuffling in mid by both of these teams. We do see B with that Splashmatic, seeing if they can have an answer, but they're gonna get picked off with a whole barrage of bombs.
Yeah, we caught just a glimpse of Kraken Mare's gear there, which I think is hilarious. It's Ninja Squid and all swim speed. There's no utility subs on that kit whatsoever. That guy just wants to go fast, or at least as fast as the swim speed penalty on Ninja Squid will allow them. But while I'm talking about that, Caniac Central is trying to build up another push here, getting another power clam. They do lose a player, lose Kraken Mare there as well. Nerdy Adam trying to find a good place to pop the missiles here, but realizing that they've been called out, opting to jump out with the rest of their team. Meanwhile, what's the point taking this opportunity to get Wings set up on that top mid area there? They have to back off onto the grates for just a quick second because of the missiles, but it is all right. And you can see Loon is also pushing back Kraken Mare with the range afforded to them by that gal. Halfway to Cooler, or not halfway, sorry, they did pop Cooler for their team. Now Kraken being censored is not going to be able to pull any sort of flanks. Wings with this Inkjet is looking for a pick or two on the now 2 power clams that Caniac Central is carrying.
Yeah, we do see Riding going all the way in right there, able to get a pick right there. We see Nerdy Adam with another power time. Are they going to be able to score? Yes, they will. See Neptune with a few more just to get some more points on. They do have that Zuko. It's going to get a great pick there. Not going to be able to pick the crab, but able to get some damage in.
Yeah, taking out all of the armor of the crab, not actually killing the player there, though. But it doesn't matter because somehow Caniac Central is continuing to keep this basket open, and Kraken's going to come in with 2 more clams to take that down to 26. The Cooler is popped underneath. Kraken getting the trade out on that jump in. Neptune looking for more clams. That is now down to 17, and Nerdy Adam is still maintaining positioning under their Neptune with 3 more clams, deciding that finally the push is over, but all the way down to 17 is a huge bar for what's the point to clear. They have both of their They have 2 clams and Pity, actually, and Cooler is all up. So they have all the tools they need to make a counter push. They just need the space to do it, because right now they are just now fighting their way back into mid. Echo on this sticker stamper has the Booyah Bomb at the ready. Trying to clear out Kraken Mare from the right side there. Does succeed in displacing, but no picks yet.
Yeah, we do see B with that Slasher-matic. Does have that Crab Tank charge locked and loaded, ready to go. Only one with a special ready, except for Wings does have that Inkjet ready as well. See what's the point it's going to be able to do with all this momentum, but they're going to get a trade right there between Neptune and I believe Loon right there. Wings with that Inkjet, not looking like they're going to be able to get anyone either.
Yeah, Loon going down with the Cooler really hurts because that Inkjet and Crab Tank from B cannot be capitalized on nearly as much, especially with Echo just not going to be able to come in and pick. They're a little bit trapped on the side, does get the pick down there on Neptune, and Wings and B are starting to move forward with those power clams. 2 down now, pushing back the remaining members as Kraken goes down. Echo trying to push their way in, has the Booyah, goes down before they can pop it, though, and that is absolutely huge. The special denial here, B doing everything they can to go in, but being pincered on that Crab means that the armor just gets absolutely shredded, and though Wings has the Inkjet, they are forced to back out, and so what's the point is pretty much back to square one. They still have the power clams, can still proc overtime here as we head to the last 30 seconds. They just have to fend off Caniac Central first, as right now Riding has another power clam.
Yeah, so many power clams from either of these teams. We have Neptune having to jump out right there, Riding with that power clam completely marked by the entire enemy team. Are they going to be able to get a pick there? No, they're going to be able to get the jump out, but Wings does get the pick with the Inkjet right there.
Yeah, huge pick from Wings on that Inkjet. They lose 2 of their teammates, though, with B on the splash being the only one left. B has that Crab Tank. Echo is going to come back Cooler with the... But it's not going to matter if Kraken is able to just come in with that Ink Brush when it matters most and toss in that last power clam to end overtime before What's the Point can even begin to build that counter push. And so we've tied up our set now 1-1.
Hey, Cater, guess what?
What?
We got a game 3.
Yeah! Very excited. I thought you were going to mention the head that Rioting had on his side. I thought you were going to be like, there's a heavy edit Splatling, that's what you play. But yes, we are going to a game 3. Let's take a look at the replay of the end of our match here. There, Echo was able to jump out, Rioting there with the power climb going down, like you said, 2 wings on the Inkjet, and it looked like What's the Point was going to be able to formulate this, because even with 2 members going down, they were coolered and able to come back very quickly, or at least Echo was there. And I was going to say that Booyah Bomb and the Crab Tank combination could be really, really important here, but I mean, Kraken was just able to weasel their way in with that ink brush.
Definitely an ink brush moment right there.
Yeah, ink brush plus clams equals, well, that.
Game 3 though, we're going back to Hagglefish, but we're playing some zones now.
Oh yes, okay, so no more tower control. It is Hagglefish zones, another classic mode for this map here, and nothing that I will complain about at all.
It's like the most common map mode I feel like in the game.
Yeah, I arguably even, I feel like it's either this or Mako zones, but I think this might be even more common.
I think this might be even more.
Zones. Which is kind of crazy to think, because like Mako zones was the map mode combination even back in Splatoon 2. Like,
I feel like this is the map mode combo of Splatoon 3, honestly.
Honestly, yeah, probably.
I think
Mako's had its time. Step aside. There's a new stage in town, you know.
Well, Mako's still pretty popular now.
It is, but I like Halo more.
Honestly, I don't know. Because I used to say that Mako is in my top 3 favorite maps, but I don't even know anymore. I will have to do another tier list or something, but that's for another time. We're going back into game 3. We're not really seeing any team switch us on the side of What's the Point, neither on the side of Caniac Central, so we're going straight
into it. Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Wings again running drop roller for that Inkjet landing. Maybe Inkjet landing, that being the only time that you'll see drop roller ever run, but completely fair, especially when those landings tend to get camped so much, as recall specials often do. Nerdy Adam opting to take a flank route or an off angle there as Neptune goes out with the Zuka, and Echo going out with the Booyah Bomb, managing to catch members of Caniac Central in there. So What's the Point fighting for that zone, even though they didn't get the first pick there. Looking good. As you can see, Echo drawing more attention, opting to jump out, be there, being able to pop the Crab Tank without getting canceled, and forcing a jump out there as well. Looking very, very strong as we see the members begin to inch up in front of that zone. Oh, but Caniac Central has something to say about that. Krakenmare and Neptune leaping onto the zone, support from the missiles from Nerdy Adam, and we're trying to see a Zuka versus Inkjet. No dice for either of the specials.
Unfortunately, that would have been really cool. Neptune is going to get taken out on that left side. We do see Writing does have that cooler locked and loaded though, but there's only them and Kraken, and they're going to go down almost immediately. What's the Point is getting their own momentum back. They're all the way in the 60s, mowing through their penalty points, seeing as far as they could possibly go before Caniac Central can mount a counter push.
Well, this is what you want to see, as their penalty is gone, and only the one special ready, or 2 specials now on the side of Caniac Central. But What's the Point also has that Booyah Crab combination again, but with that pick from Neptune, from the Zuka, and the Whales coming out as well. Counter Booyah Bomb and Crab Tank coming out from Echo, and B there with the missiles. Special after special getting traded as Riding is coming up on the right side of this zone. Neptune getting a pick on Echo, 2 down on the side of What's the Point as they finally lose control. 19 points from that knockout, but Wings and Loon saying not just yet, we are going to keep this, and it's going to copy that Inkjet as well. We can be very well skating knockout if Phoenix isn't come back at this zone, and Winning pretty much single-handedly preventing the 2 of them coming in, and that is a very fast, dominant third game. What's the Point getting their momentum back, finishing this set?
What really strong Biden's right at the end of that set, just putting so much pressure on the right side of the cancel. Just say, no, you're not going over here, you're not going to paint into your fun. We're going to take game 3. Thank you.
Yeah, pretty much. They said, like, you know, we played, you know, taking game 2, but that doesn't matter if we finish off this set right here, right now. We're looking at the replay of the last 20 or so seconds of our game as Caniac Central loses to 2, and here is the Inkjet from Wings, the remaining 2 members, Kraken is riding. Kraken is back here, but Yad and riding, kind of trapped in that corner of the zone, trying to push back in, and Wings just almost completely bending it, along with the supplementary paint from the rest of their team, and the fact that they fully had the zone in control.